privilege to welcome everybody here today, this evening, and we are so happy that you're here to celebrate with us. Moms and dads, and significant others, and grandmas and grandpas, brothers and sisters, all very, very welcome. And these guys were pretty awesome this year. I was telling somebody just a minute ago, we were kind of hoping we might have 50 grads, and then 55, and 60. We have 76 graduates. And we have some special guests here today. I see John Gates walking back there in the back, so I'll introduce John Gates first. You want to wave, John? John is our Director of School Security and Safety. We have several school board members with us today, so as I call your name, if you don't mind, just either stand or give a big wave. So, Mr. Roger DeWitt, back there in the back row. Thank you, Roger. John Hafley is back there in the back row also. Dr. Julia Richards is back there also. And up here with me, unless she ran out the back door, is Ms. Terry Pappas. She has to give a speech for her lady. All right, let's see, who else do I have? Oh, Dr. Deirdre Filch is hiding behind a big hat. There she is. And, oh, I missed another one. Where's Kathy? Kathy Van Soos, right back there, my boss. Well, one of my bosses, and for some reason they allowed her to retire this year, so next year I get a new boss. We're going to miss you, Kathy. So other than the students, those are the most special guests that I want to introduce before I get right into the program. It's quite a pleasure today for me to have a magistrate with us today, and his name is Randall Lococo. And I have a little bit of a bio just to share with you, but he's a good friend of mine, and he's also a friend of some of you out here. I know that for a fact. And Randall was appointed to his position here in Greeley as a magistrate back in 2009, October 2009. And his current docket includes juvenile delinquency cases and dependency family treatment report. So he's attached to Weld County 19th Judicial District and Division 14. So prior to joining the bench, Randall was in private practice for 15 years, serving juvenile and adult clients in delinquency, criminal, child abuse, and neglect, and family law cases. Magistrate Lococo is certified as a child welfare law specialist by the National Association of Counsel for Children. This certification signifies an enhanced level of knowledge and skill and experience in juvenile law. Randall also is a trained mediator. He was admitted to practice law in Colorado in 1994 after practicing in California. Good move. He received his Bachelor's of Business Administration in 1988 from Loyola. And his law degree from the University of San Diego in 1991. In addition to all this, and on a more personal note, Randall and I have served together on committees over the last 8 years. All of this committee work was in an effort to improve our community's care for kids and young adults in need of special or extra support and services outside the normal everyday services that every county and state provides to one degree or another. His heart and his life's work are all about doing what's good and just and fair for every young person in the community, and he works tirelessly to that end. I love it when students show up for school with a big smile on their faces and a greeting from the court. From their most recent hearing, from their just and firm and fair magistrate, Randall Lococo. It's a special pleasure for me to introduce to you my colleague and friend, Magistrate Randall Lococo.
Good afternoon, thank you, and I'm very pleased to be here. I'm pleased to be here so that I can share this day with you all. I'm very proud of all of you, and when Dave contacted me a few months ago and asked me to do this, without hesitation I said yes, I want to be there. So first of all, to the class of 2016, Mr. Schaefer, faculty, members of the board, All of you family and friends, can we do that round of applause one more time for you as well? Thank you. So I have some good news. Number one, you're about to graduate. Number two, I intend to keep my remarks fairly brief. You guys have earned this certificate or the diploma. That's the emphasis of what I want to talk about today. You did this. No one else did this. Your parents didn't do this. Mr. Schaefer didn't do this. Your teachers didn't do this. You did this. For that, you should be proud, and I offer you my heartiest congratulations. As you move on today, I'm going to ask you to think about two things. The first thing is, how great are you? How wonderful are you going to be? Think about the ways that in the days ahead of you that you're going to bring it. How are you going to bring who you are to what you do? I'm asking you today to think about your greatness. I know that some of you will stay here in the Greeley-Weld County area, and some of you are about to move on to other places. Those of you who move on to your next town or your next place, those places are going to be the same as here. It's a wonderful place to live. It's a town and people that you love, but let's be honest, it's going to be a place just like here that has some problems and some issues that could stand for some improvement. These are things that need your greatness. These are things that need your wonderfulness so that they can be a better place to live, so that Greeley and Weld County can be a better place to live. You are about to bring that. Now, you might not think today is a day to talk about your weakness or something that is negative. I'm just going to ask you to go with me for a minute. Because the second thing I want you to think about today is what's not so wonderful about you? What is your weakness? What's the thing that you know about yourself where you're not going to bring it? What's the thing that you know about yourself that's going to mess you up? Why do I ask you to think about the second thing? I ask you to think about the second thing because I asked you to think about the first thing. You don't know it now, but you are going to go on to do great things. You may not be famous or known to the world. Some of you might be, but let's be honest, most of you, like all of us, won't be. But you will be known to yourself. You're going to be known to your boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, your moms, your dads, your grandparents. The people that you work with, they're going to see your strengths and your weaknesses. Trust me, they're going to tell you about their weaknesses. In my job, pretty much every day, someone reminds me about my weaknesses. I submit to you, you might as well just own it. You might as well just know what it is. Carl Jung was a philosopher. He died many, many, many years ago. But he talked about this concept called your shadow. Your shadow is that part of you that you hide, repress, and deny. Your shadow might be you're an angry person. Your shadow might be you're a scared person. You hold back all the time. Your shadow might be you have an addictive behavior, or you could easily become addicted to something. Your shadow could be you're a very needy person. I submit to you that you have to know your weakness before you can excel at your greatness. And your shadow is actually your greatest gold. You have to first know what that is and what messes you up before you can really get on with the rest. Angry and sometimes violent people tend to make decisions that have to do with action. They're actually very strong and competent decision makers. Timid or shy people, scared people, they tend to be very thoughtful. They make very sound, well-reasoned decisions. They tend to make less mistakes than others. People with addictive qualities, they may look weak on the outside, but they are some of the strongest people that I know. Needy people, they tend to be the most caring people and some of the best healers. Usually they become doctors or nurses or sometimes even lawyers. You have to know that second thing about yourself because you came all this way to get that first thing, your greatness. I offer you this because you have that shadow and because you're knowing it and you're going to know it. You will stumble and you will fall. It's okay. I ask you today, who has the courage to stumble and fall? Who has the courage to stare your weakness in the eye and say, I know you and I will beat you? Maya Angelou is a great poet, and she said this: we may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. That in fact it may be necessary to encounter defeats so that we can know who the hell we are. What can we overcome? What makes us stumble and fall and somehow miraculously rise and go on? Who knows who Muhammad Ali is? Okay, if you don't know, he did die recently. I heard someone say that. He passed away recently. If you don't know his story, part of his story was that he represented our country as a gold medal boxer in 1960. That was in Rome, Italy. He went on after that to win the world heavyweight professional boxing title in 1964. He was a real hero to many people, and he called himself the greatest. He was arrogant. He was bombastic. He said crazy things. He did crazy things. And in the middle of the 1960s, our country was at war, and he said and did something crazy. He said, I'm not going. And at the time, it was a requirement that all young men had to go. He said, I'm not going to war. And he did it in a very public, bombastic, arrogant way that really upset a lot of people. People hated him after that. He was not their hero anymore. But he was a man who knew himself. Even though every boxing commission and country took away his right to fight, and they took away the title that he had at the time, he couldn't make any money. He knew who he was. He knew he was bombastic. He knew he was arrogant. And he knew who he was. And he didn't change for anybody. And he just stayed at it. Some years later, they let him fight again. He went on to win the heavyweight title not once, but 2 more times. He was arrogant. He was a little bit crazy. He had 2 failed marriages, but he was also very, very courageous. How much courage do you have to know your shadows, to find your greatness? Being courageous means you are going to slip and fall, but Muhammad Ali demonstrated the power of you knowing who you are and staying focused on the hard work that is involved with failing and then getting back up and doing it again. The goal is not to go through life as the undefeated champion of everything. The quest is to exercise resilience, to fail, to know yourself, and to come back stronger. Greeley and Weld County needs you to do that. Where you go to college or where you work, they need you to do that too. Where you live and you raise your children or you take care of your family, they need your greatness. Take your time to know your weakness and get out there and be great. I'm going to leave you with a couple of quotes from Muhammad Ali that I find inspiring, and I hope you do too. He said, he who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. He also said, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Dream bigger. And then, I like this one, this is my favorite. He says, I don't count my sit-ups. I only start counting when it hurts, because those are the only ones that really count. know your greatness, congratulations, and I, as well as all the people in this room, are very proud of you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Randall. I neglected to introduce some really important people, and their names are all in the program, and the people I didn't introduce a little bit ago that I should have are my staff. So I want my staff, I'm not going to name you, but I want you to stand up right back there in that back row. Just stand up, take a bow. Best staff I ever worked with. I have one teacher I want to introduce because she is going to come up and present a scholarship. So Ms. Lisa Wagner is our new social studies full-time teacher, and Lisa helped us get a school store off the ground this year, and we committed, she asked us to commit to sending all of those profits, or putting those profits back into students. So Lisa, come up and tell us what's going on.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, all of you out there. I'm so happy that you're here. To give you guys a little background, those of you who don't know what we do at Gap, this year we started our very own school store, like Dave said. And when we first started it, we didn't really think about the fact that we were going to make money on it. We really did it because Safeway went out of business and there was no place for students to go to get drinks and snacks and things when they came to school. So that's really originally why we started the store. But then after we started making money, we thought, well, gosh, what are we going to do with this money? And at first we thought, well, let's have pizza parties for the students and do fun things for them. And then we thought, well, let's buy things for the school we might need. But ultimately what we decided is that it would really be best to give the money back to you guys, because you're coming to school, you're trying to better your future, and what better way to help you than by starting a scholarship fund with the money. So that is what we did. So to qualify for the scholarship, the student has to be going to a college or university or training program of some sort. And that can be anything from being an auto mechanic or going to nursing school or culinary school or even aerospace engineering. We really don't care what you plan to do. We just needed you to be enrolled in a school or training program. Then a student had to fill out an application, a fairly lengthy one, to provide two, not one, but two letters of recommendation from people in the community. And then they had to write a short essay explaining why they felt that they deserved the scholarship. And we didn't want to just hand money out to someone that we picked. We wanted the students to actually have to work for it a little bit, and they did. So we narrowed down the applications, and we finally settled on a winner. So this young man has been at Gap for about half the school year. He always came to school with a smile on his face, ready to work every day. His teachers describe him as kind, very positive, almost to a fault, calling everyone ma'am and sir and just being terrific. He's focused and he's persistent. And a lot of high school students come to school and they have no idea what they want to do with their lives. This young man knew the minute he walked into school what he wanted to do with his future, and he still knows, and he is pursuing that. So what he is doing is he is enrolled at Emily Griffith Technical College in Denver, and he will be learning to be a barber. He hopes one day to open his own barber shop, and I and all of our staff are absolutely certain he is going to make that happen. We hope very much that this scholarship money will make going to college just a little bit easier for him. And we couldn't be more proud of you. So without further ado, I would like to say congratulations to Mr. Gabriel Morales.
Thank you, Lisa, and again, congratulations to Dave. Hard work does pay off. The next guy I want to introduce, see, I keep running out of, or I keep coming up with names of folks I haven't introduced yet, so I think I'm near the bottom of the list, but not quite probably. The guy that is probably known as Mr. Gap, you know, the go-to person, whether it's a student who just needs a good piece of advice, or a schedule change, or a shift change, or whatever these guys need. Their go-to guy is sometimes me, but most often it's Mr. Steve Gard. He is our Dean of Students. Let's give him a hand. So Steve is going to do this next part of our program, which is to read off your names. So come on up.
I'm always proud to be part of what is probably the real reason you came here, is to hear your son, daughter, boyfriend, girlfriend, hear their name across the loudspeaker and receive their diploma. So first I'd like to extend my personal congratulations to all of you. Some of you I knew very well. Others, especially if you attended the night shift, I probably didn't know you too well, but believe me, I was watching. I was paying attention to your progress. I was hearing from your teachers, and I'm equally proud of all of you, whether we knew each other for 2 weeks or for 2 years. So congratulations. I also would like to point out to those of you in the audience that you will see a multitude of colors here. Obviously the green gowns are the Gap colors, but we have gowns from various other schools in Greeley. And a lot of that was due to the fact that the original plan was to walk with their school, and we stepped in when things slipped and helped them get 1 or 2 more classes under their belt. So we honor all the different colors and schools represented here. And in the program, you'll also see there are a few different sections where they actually are receiving the diploma from the school that they most recently attended prior to GAP. So I will issue the diplomas in terms of school, and we'll start with GAP. So with the first row of graduates, please rise. I will also be announcing all the names not in attendance in case their families would like to receive a copy of this ceremony. Mr. Cody Travis Atkins. Marquise Ariano. Corbin W. Breyer. Trenton D. Burnham. Alan E. Cardenas. Omar de la Cruz. Jose R. de la Cruz. Can I ask that you guys in the front row take a step towards me so as these guys get done, they can still get back to their seat? No, actually, like, forward towards me. There you go. Sweet. Thank you. Myra J. Dominguez Muro. Jill Duvall. David Isaac Escobar.
There you go, David. Pull off. Minor miracle.
Consuelo Franco. Miguel Franco. Brandon Garcia. Mike A. Garcia. Paul Gilbert. Alfredo Gomez. Dennis Gomez. Julian Christopher Gonzalez. Would row 2 graduates please stand up and Nicholas J. Grano. Tasia M. Guerrero. Tyler J. Hanna.
Sounds like around the whole town, man. Congratulations.
Rudy Silas Hernandez. Jose Hernandez. Brandon Johnson.
Good job, Brandon. I think you broke the record for the number of hours.
Briston Kennedy.
Good. There you go, Briston.
Barry E. Logan.
Proud of you, Barry. You worked hard.
Hortensia Lopez.
Good job. Congratulations. Very proud.
Amanda M. Lujan. Mariah Martinez. Nathaniel B. McCauley. Crystal B. Miker. Celeste C. Melendez. Anthony Mendoza.
Hey man, you look good in blue. Congratulations.
Giselle Mendoza.
Sorry. Careful with that hat. Watch the fall right out.
Jesse Mendoza III. Ruben G. Mendoza Hernandez. Gabriel A. Morales. Marcus A. Nelson. Would row 3 please stand up? Alexandria Orozco. Anthony Eton Perez. Yep, you did. El Fernando Rivera Calderon. El Francisco Rivera Calderon.
Where's your brother, man? Didn't make it.
Dylan Rabadou.
Good job, Dylan. Proud of you. Congratulations.
Chris Alvarado Rodriguez.
Good job, Chris. Proud of you, man.
Israel Rodriguez. Jasmine Rodriguez.
Way to go, guys.
Rosa Maria Rodriguez.
Congratulations.
Yesenia Rodriguez Diaz.
So proud of you. Way to go. Congratulations.
Taylor Wirtz.
Way to go, Taylor. Proud of you, buddy.
Marina E. Martinez. James S. Salazar. Julius O. Scott. Diana Solis. Jamin F. Smith. Luis Tarango.
I knew I'd get one. Proud of you, Louise. Congratulations.
Jared Templeman.
Congratulations, Jared. Proud of you, buddy.
Levi C. Vance.
I figured out why I didn't recognize you guys. You cut your hair off. Congratulations.
Abel Vera Carranza.
Congratulations, Abel. I've got this special package.
You guys' legs tired, Joe? Will the fourth and final row please stand up? Teresa Villa Jacobo.
There you go, Teresa. Congratulations. You might ask if Jeff Cranston is here. I don't see him.
Travis J. Wallace.
Way to hang in there, Travis. Proud of you. Congratulations.
Leanne Warner.
Way to hang in there, Leanne.
Michael W. Whitehead. Haley Woodring.
Proud of you, Haley. Congratulations. Yeah, so that's Jeff Cranston with the West.
I'd like to next announce those students receiving a diploma from Greeley West High School. And unless my eyes deceive me, is Mr. Cranston happen to be in the building? Okay, well, we will do the honors. Kirsten Boker. Celia L. Figueroa. Isaiah Ramirez.
Congratulations.
Kennedy Hayes. Jasmine Kumar.
Awesome. I want one of those. Congratulations, Jasmine. Proud of you.
Matthew Martinez.
Congratulations, Matthew. Proud of you.
Samuel Nava. Jocelyn Rebecca Rangel.
Congratulations, Justin. There you go. Proud of you.
Brian Yepes. We also have a few graduates receiving diplomas from Jefferson High School. Mr. Adam Cruz.
There you go, Adam. Proud of you.
Jonathan E. Gonzalez Flores.
There you go, Jonathan. Proud of you, buddy.
Esperanza Toro Luna. We could help.
Girl, Essie. Congratulations.
And we figure since we are here at Northridge High School, we should save our one and only Northridge graduate for last. Miss Judith Isella Sains.
Congratulations.
I miss anybody? All right. I'm personally very proud of all of you, like I said before, and I think all of us in attendance should give them one more big round of applause.
We're going to stay standing for about 30 more seconds. While we're waiting, I'm going to make a quick announcement. Inside of your diploma jacket is a little tag thing, a little piece of paper about that big that has directions for how to order a copy of this ceremony. So you guys all have one of those. It's in there. If you want to order a copy, DVD, it tells you exactly how to do that. All right. You guys may all be seated. And once again, we're going to give you a round of applause. So, Ms. Terry Pappas and I kind of go back a ways. We went through part of our principal schooling together. We did a workshop up in the mountains, and she had a good long career here in Greeley. And I've had a good career too, but not as long. She got to retire before I did, and that's just not fair because I'm way older than her. Anyway, Ms. Pappas is now on the school board, as I indicated earlier, and she is now going to make all of this stuff official, legal, and all that sort of stuff. So Terry, come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Schaefer. So are you ready for this? All right. What a great honor it is to stand before you all, the class of 2016 of Greeley-Evans Alternative Program, to share with you the heartfelt greetings from the Board of Education. We are excited to join you, your family, your friends, the faculty, the staff, in proudly recognizing all of your accomplishments. It is my pleasure as a member of the Greeley-Evans School District 6 Board of Education to certify that each of you have met all the graduation requirements of Greeley-Evans Alternative Program as recommended and certified by the faculty and staff. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Education, you are now authorized to receive your individual diplomas. Congratulations to each of you. One more round of applause. Now move your tassel to the right side of your cap to indicate that you have officially graduated.
In about 5 seconds, we're going to have a standing ovation for these guys, and then I'm going to dismiss everybody, and I'm going to let you just all stay here. I know it's hot in the building. It's also probably raining outside, so wherever you want to go for pictures, hugs and kisses and all that cool stuff. But we are all going to stand and we're going to clap. Everybody's going to stand and give you guys a standing ovation.